daughter just told me I was cute. You like the hat? I didn't know. Okay, now this is a YouTube on learning how to make Christmas wreaths. I sent the boy out, which if you check his videos on the Young Hunt on YouTube, you'll see he went and picked the fir boughs yesterday. Because I'm the maker, not the picker. This is my niece, Carol. She's also my godchild. And this is my daughter, Jennifer. Now, I've already made a wreath for Jennifer because she's not attached to fir boughs. She has an allergy to them. So we'll explain hers in a little while. But first, I want to show you how to start a wreath. Okay, when you go in the woods, don't take the whole branch. You know, in the old days, they used to send the kids out. They grab the whole branch and everything. And then when you got them home, you know, your mom would only take the ends of them all and everything, and the rest you had to cut back out to the woods. You don't have to do that, and there's no sense in wasting any of the fir boughs. So just go and clip the ends, and then the tree will continue to grow. It'll give you some more in a couple of years. You'll be able to go back to that same tree, pick up some more ends and everything, and continue the process. But if you're going to use the tree and chop it down anyhow for your Christmas tree for inside the house, here in Maine, because of the snow and it's ice and it's cold, well, you can always set your tree up on the porch. And then after that, with the rest of the branches from that tree, you can make your fir boughs. So I'm going to show you. You usually go like 3. 1, 2, 3. These are really good size to use. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Leave yourself a little stem. Okay? And then what you do is 1, 2, 3. And that's where you begin. And you're going to want to put your wire. Now you're going to want to put it over your hook, because you know when you come back around, if you start like this, when you come back around, you're not going to end up right here. So let it overlap to where your second one is. Okay? And then this is where you'll take your wire. You can buy these at the craft store. Cheap at Walmart. And then you just start your first one by putting it through. Then just twist it like you do any twist tie. And that starts. One of the key things to remember is that you're going to want to pull real tight on your wire. Because if you don't do it tight, when you go to lift it up to hang it, it's going to fall apart. Your front leaves are going to fall forward. Okay? So after you've tied, give it a couple just to start you off. A couple of good tugs. Pull, tug. Okay, now if you notice, I have a hook that is one of the cheap ones, and it's also blue. I buy whatever there is. So I don't care what color it is, because if you make your wreath proper, or if this is what you happen to have around the house, you can always cover it up. And you need to cover it up, because if you put your wreath up against a window in your entryway, like I have to for me, if somebody's standing in the kitchenette, they're going to see that wire in the back, and we don't want that, okay? So you go 3 on top, put 1 in the back. Okay, Carol, you want to show how your back is showing at halfway. You see, even though she has a blue wire, we've already made one because I've already made Jenny's, okay? If you notice, there's nothing there. You're not seeing her blue. That's the back you're going to see. If you have it in a door that has a glass, that's what your back's going to look like. So there's nothing that's going to show, even though we have blue. Okay? So we just continue with that. And we just tug nice and tight. And we continue going with that. And it takes about 20 minutes to do a wreath. Okay, we can continue now, Carol. So put your 3. Okay, some of these fir boughs, if you notice, they're thick. 2 will be enough. Okay, but then if you have, like she has, she's done hers with a little bit flatter. So 3 is what you need. So it depends on if you have a fluffy fir bough or not. So this one here is fluffy, so I'm using just 2. And then my 1 for my back. And then you give it a couple of really good tugs. Now, how you decorate your fir bough wreath can vary according to how you are family-wise. Now, if you notice, Jenny will go get her wreath that I've already made to demonstrate, and I'll keep working on this.
That look right?
Yeah.
I've done this all the time.
I know. Okay, just make sure you tug hard. Don't be afraid to tug, because remember, this is going on a door, and when you open and shut the door, you know, after a whole month of it, you know, it can fall apart. Give it a couple of good twirls going around, add some more, keep going. When you go around a corner, you're going to notice that you're going to start having a lot of these. Squish them together and just do a wire before you get that, when you start noticing there's too many of those. Okay? All right, now for Jenny, what I've done is, if you notice, there's all kinds of ribbons you can use. Now, because she is now in a family that has a bunch of little kids and everything, and there'll be a lot of little kids visiting her house, we went with gingerbread. Very festive, and the kids all like that. There's the one for my back. So another thing you want to remember with kids is, you know, a lot of people will put that fake snow, you know, our canned fake snow on their wreaths and everything. But when you have little kids, you don't want to do that because they're going to touch. And then you don't want them to put their fingers in their mouth. You know, it's just not healthy. So that's why I used some of the little white garland, cut me little pieces out, and put some of these little red berries and tied it up. And that's why I did that. Now, because I have kids, you know, she has a lot of kids and everything, we also added a little snowman just because he's cute. Always make sure we add a Santa, because, you know, kids like that. And they'll wiggle it like this, the legs all move and everything. And the drum, because that's all part of Christmas. And one thing that little kids all like is to have bells. Not only bells on your little hat like me to make me cute, but also they have a bell. So when they open and shut the door, they're going to hear a bell. Now one, and then down here with some berries, bigger berries, there's two more of these. So they have two different sound bells for every time they open and shut the door. Let's hope they don't do it all the time. Because again, you know, kids, hey, it makes noise. They love noise. That's why, you know, grandparents and everything, you know, I've got 5 grandchildren, one to be born any day and another one on the way. You always give the toys that make noise to the kids to take home. Sometimes the parents make sure those are the toys that visit grandma after. But that's the way it goes. But anyway, it does.
Then you put the back.
Oh, you're going to grandma's house? Here you go. These are the toys you take to grandma's house. They
And
pack
here's
it up.
some sugar when you go back to your parents.
Yeah. For sure. So, this is a child-safe kind of wreath. We also have, I have different garlands, so we can use different little pieces with our berries. We also have, now this one here is if you have teenagers and you just want your Christmas, a Christmas look. You know, they're sick of all the red and green because everything in the house is red and green because Christmas. So sometimes for teenagers, and if you have a bunch of teenagers, then this is probably the one you want. If you're going to have nothing but adults, then you're going to want the traditional red and green one. Okay, now if you have all the odds and ends, little bulbs and everything, most anything that you have. This is kind of a display. You can pick some out, Jenny. Now this here, because I have my archway here, sometimes I'll turn around and use the leftover fir boughs and make me on a string. Use my wire just like you do a wreath. Go around, make your fir bough to go and hang. And then cinnamon always goes good with Christmas. So I do the cinnamon with the berries and put them here and there with some little red bows and everything. So that helps to decorate, and I love the smell of the fir boughs in the house in the morning. My father used to work in the woods, so I love the smell of it. Okay, and then we have all these that are kid safe to put on the tree, also kid safe to put on the wreath. Okay, it's just that tinfoil stuff. We also have where you can pick your cones up in the woods. Now, when you pick them up in the woods, you know, they're all gummy and everything. You can use a cookie sheet, put some tinfoil on your cookie sheet, and bake them at 200 for about 5 to 6 hours. You know, low bake, and then the gum will just seep right in it. Try to use pine cones that are not all the way closed, but not all the way open, because as they bake in and your gum goes in, they will open up a little bit. So if you have them that just lightly open, those will be perfect. Smaller ones like this work better to put on your garland, or to even use, which we'll be doing with Christmas crafts. Then we just roll the ends into some paint, and here you go. Okay, and then we have all the little packages, some of the little toys that are also kid safe, you know, it's just this plastic, looks real. You can use some of these on your wreath too, you know, all the small little ornaments. I think you can get a package of them for like $4. So, you know, and there's a variety, you know, so invite somebody over. Oh yeah, I'm a little drummer. Invite somebody over. These are the bigger berries. We have plenty of bells, which we'll be showing you crafts later on in another video. We got the snowflakes, if you want a fake snowflake, you know, or just some other decoration. You can decorate it any way you want, you know, see the little penguins, you know, sliding, and use whatever berries you have, whether white, gold, red, whatever. And you can decorate your wreath any way you want. You can also just use the Christmas flowers, you know, your reds and your whites and everything, and put them on. We've done school projects where we use the smaller ones because this is a great fundraiser for 6th graders who are trying to raise funds for a class trip. This works out good because you can sell them $10 a piece. You know, if you want to add a little extra to it, fine, or if people decorate it themselves, you can get $10 a piece because it's for the class trip. It's a fundraiser, and people really like it. Make them more bushy and everything. And Carol's mom, when I first moved here in 1985, you know, Carol's mom used to always turn around and come up. You know, some of the relatives would come up. So we want to show you a picture. Carol hasn't seen this picture.
Oh, no.
You might want to take it closer to the camera. And that's her mom.
No,
now we we'd have a lot of fun making wreaths. And believe me, this is a project that's fun to do. It's really a lot of fun. Her mother and father, we'd get together for Thanksgiving. It was after we ate, you know, we'd clean up the dishes. And then the men, her father mostly, would fix us lady a drink. And of course, we're lightweight, so one drink, we're done. By the time we were halfway through the wreath, it was party time. It was fun. And her father would always pick on the rest of us. Oh my God, pick yours up. Let me see if it's falling, you know. And he'd criticize it and everything, but all in good fun. And it was always a lot of fun. And we'd tell stories while we're making it and everything. It was a beautiful, beautiful family time. So making wreaths can be a lot of fun. You get to join in with the family. And it's the beginning of the Christmas season. That's how we kind of looked at it, you know? So,
before we did all this, while it was still cooking, we'd be in the other room as kids making the garland.
All right. There you go.
Cranberries and...
Yep. Yep. Just to go on the tree.
Never lasted.
Ate more than anything. But it was fun. We had time for the kids and time for us and everything. So enjoy things with your family. If you enjoyed, remember 3 and then 1 in the back. Pull tight and go all the way around. And you know it's going to end where the hook is. And that's where you're going to put your bow. So don't worry if it's a little more gathered there. That's where the bow's going. Enjoy yourself. Be sure to check me out on YouTube. Sub me as a friend because I'm doing a lot of Christmas stuff. I'll be doing Valentine's specials, a little bit of everything, and it's really a lot of fun. Sub me, you'll stay caught up with everything. And I hope you enjoy making wreaths with your family. And remember that the holiday season's all about sharing. So share in all the fun you can get. And this economy and the way the world is, we need to have all the fun we can have. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.